Hello there. I welcome you to Excel Health Arena. We are still on infertility. We have talked about the male infertility, the causes, the diagnosis, and treatment options for male infertility. Now we want to move to female infertility. Female infertility can be caused by a group of factors that I break into six factors majorly. One, I'm going to talk about the ovarian factors. Two, the tubal factors that have to do with the tubes. Three, uterine factors. Those are factors relating to the womb itself. Four, cervical factors. Those are factors relating to the cervix. Five, vaginal factors, which are related to the vagina. And six, lifestyle and environmental factors. Those are factors that have to do with our lifestyle and some environmental factors, environmental agents, things we get exposed to on daily basis. Come with me as we talk about female infertility. We are going to start with the ovarian factor. Now, with ovarian factor, we will talk about ovulation. Ovulation is the release or shedding of eggs that is meant for the purpose of fertilization. So when an egg is shed, the egg that is shed is meant to travel into the fallopian tube. Then the sperm that has been ejaculated into the vagina is also meant to travel up the womb and now find its way into the fallopian tube to go and meet the egg and fertilize it. When that happens, pregnancy takes place. So anything aside that, pregnancy will not take place, okay, normally or naturally. The common causes of ovarian problems of infertility. One, there can be primary ovarian insufficiency or poor egg quality. In this situation, it could come in form of anovulation. The woman is not ovulating at all. Oligo ovulation, the woman is not ovulating regularly, just once in a while. In 12 months of a year, she may not ovulate for more than 2, 3, 4 times. And as such, she finds it difficult to plan pregnancy. She finds it difficult to know when she will be fertile. She finds it difficult to be able to walk around getting pregnant in a situation like that. Another factor is luteal phase defects. With luteal phase defect, luteal phase is the phase that comes after ovulatory phase. Ovulation comes for a woman that has 28-day cycle, which I treated some times ago. The 14th day is meant to be the ovulation day in a 28-day cycle woman. I told us there are women with lesser number of days of cycle. There are women with longer number of days of cycle, from 21 to 35 days. So on the average, 28 days. Now, 14th day, ovulation is to take place. When the egg is shed on the 14th day, the phase that comes after that ovulation phase is the luteal phase. The luteal phase is the period that is meant to prepare the uterus or the womb to receive the egg that would have been fertilized by the sperm. Don't forget, ovulation has taken place, egg has been released. The egg finds its way into the fallopian tube, and the sperm also that has been deposited into the vagina during sexual intercourse, the sperm finds its way to the fallopian tube to also meet with the egg, fertilize the egg, and pregnancy takes place. And that pregnancy is called an embryo. Immediately it is fertilized, it's called a zygote. Now, after it begins to develop and finds its way back into the uterus as a fertilized egg, as an embryo, and now attaches itself to the uterus. So before this happens, the uterus needs to be prepared. The uterus needs to be prepared in a way that it will be, the lining will be succulent and will be, it's just like someone is laying a bed because you are preparing for a bride. So in a situation that the egg is fertilized. After the uterus has been prepared, the egg finds its way into the uterus, now finds a very nice place and stays. When it embeds there, it stays there and continues to germinate. It continues to grow until full maturity, and eventually is born as a child, as a baby. So any problem that has to do with this phase of luteal period, whereby the uterus is prepared, then there may be infertility. Another thing I want to talk about is luteinized unruptured follicle. In luteinized unruptured follicle, normally the follicle is the structure that contains the maturing egg, and it ruptures to release the egg during ovulation. Now, with the influence of the female hormone progesterone, which is usually produced continuously, the follicle goes into maturity. Now, instead of the follicle to rupture, it does not rupture. And what now happens? It is converted into a group of cells called corpus luteum. So corpus luteum is this group of cells that will now go and enrich the uterus and prepare the uterus for the embryo. So this group of cells continues to prepare and nourish the womb in readiness for the expected fertilized egg. So it makes the woman feel like she's pregnant because definitely the hormone progesterone has been produced in high quantity continuously to prepare the place for receival of the fertilized egg. So the level of the hormone makes the woman feel in her system that she's pregnant, whereas she's not pregnant in that situation because there is unruptured follicle. So the unruptured follicle has been converted into corpus luteum. Corpus luteum is now working on the uterus to prepare it for the embedment of supposedly fertilized egg, which has not been fertilized. So in this situation, the egg was not released because the follicle, instead of releasing the egg, matures and eventually converts into corpus luteum. It didn't release the egg. So in a situation like that, there is no egg to fertilize, and there is no embryo, there is no pregnancy. Another factor is ovarian cysts and tumors. Ovarian cysts and tumors in women, whether we like it or not, while they generally produce healthy eggs, the ovaries, while the ovaries generally produce healthy eggs, they may experience some irregular ovulation and have some thick vaginal mucus, which can make the sperm find it difficult to reach the egg. In conditions like cystic fibrosis, it happens in a woman that there will be uncommon, or let me say there will be thickening of the vaginal mucus. It gets too thick that it prevents the sperm from finding its way to fertilize the egg. In a situation like that, there may not be pregnancy. If there is hypothalamic and pituitary gland disorder, hypothalamus and the pituitary gland, just like in males, are responsible for the production of sex hormones. As they are responsible for production of sex hormones in males, they are also responsible for production of sex hormones in females. So when there is a problem with these organs, these glands, there will be disruption in the hormonal level, which can cause infertility. If there is also structural abnormality of the ovaries, any structural abnormality when I say structural abnormality, it means in the structure, in the makeup of the ovaries. Once there is a disruption or problem with the structure of the ovary, there may be infertility. Now let's go to tubal factors.